Are you ready? It's time for the Beastcast. Oh, I know why I wasn't picking up my microphone, because it's gay, and it's like, oh no, you don't have any connection. Welcome to the Beastcast, episode 36. Today is a very odd, unusual, very random, very quirky, very goofy. You could call it the weirdest episode of the Beastcast, maybe next to the very beginning. I'm here not with Raven, because Raven is sick trying to flush his system out with fucking Carolina Reaper shredded cheese. So I am here with vSynodic, Trentith, vSynodic. He is here today in place of Raven. Gonna try and do a bang up job as the co-host. Trent, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jason.
Okay,
Excited to be here.
We don't need to be that formal, but so
damn.
Welcome.
All right, calm down.
All right, so
my show, dude.
We're taking over. So welcome to the Beastcast. It's a new year, although I guess we kind of already have an episode this year. We dropped one on, I think it was the first or the second. And so the last time we were doing the Beastcast, we discussed our top 10 movies of the year. It was a special episode. This one's probably going to be a special episode too, because I don't plan on it to go as long. And this is not really interview style either, because the last time I did a solo show, I interviewed a person, a fellow British member of the society that we call the Beastcast, and that was a lot different than what we're doing today. We're just gonna do the show kind of semi as normal, not as complex and crazy. No, I'm kidding. The show's not really complex, so Trent, you'll figure it out pretty quickly. So,
all right.
Our first topic of this new year for us, the very first Beastcast topic that we have this year, is on video games in 2024. So 2024 is going to be a good year for movies, but is it going to be a good year for video games? So that's kind of what we're going to analyze today. Is it going to be a good year for video games? Because everybody already knows that movies right now are going to be stacked in 2024. Everybody's already getting excited for a lot of the releases that are dropping in 2024, but you might be surprised when it comes to video games as of what's dropping this year. Sadly, no GTA 6. That's already off the table. But it would have been cool if GTA 6 would have dropped this year. I still believe that if COVID wouldn't have happened, GTA 6 would have dropped in 2023. I'm dead serious.
I think they're just playing it safe right now, to be honest, and they'll probably make it earlier than what they're saying.
Do you think they're gonna really? You think they're gonna drop it earlier?
I think so. Well, yeah, if everything goes smoothly, I think they're just making it so they can have it later, just in case it does happen, so they don't have to keep backing
they're
up.
not undershooting, they're overshooting. You think?
Yeah. That's what I think.
Because usually, so usually the video game industry, they usually undershoot.
Yeah.
The
but
release
it's such
date.
A big game. I feel like.
Well, it's also Rockstar. I mean, if you say it's gonna come out like 6 months later than it normally does, nobody's gonna be mad because that's the game everybody's looking for. But if you said that the next Call of Duty game was not gonna drop in November, but was gonna drop in April of 2025 and not drop in November of 2024, there'd be outcry from the Call of Duty community. But when it comes to Rockstar, these fuckers have played the same game for 10 years. They can wait 6 more months.
Yeah.
By that point, it'll be 11 years. This game's turning 11 years old this year.
Yeah.
Do you think
released
that
on PS3?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Dude, it's crazy to me that the 2 biggest games played, actually the 3 biggest games, Roblox, Minecraft, and GTA, all released on the 7th generation of consoles, like on the PS3, during that era, and they're still the biggest games. Do you think they're gonna do like they did with with GTA 5 where they're gonna drop it on console only at first?
I think didn't they already put that out? Like, they were gonna
Did
have
they?
PC a year later? I thought that's what they said.
Really?
So, I kinda have a theory, I don't know, maybe this is wrong, but so usually they release their games, like, GTA, they release their game, and then, like, a year, 6 months later, the new console dropped. So do you think they do that on purpose so they can just have the people buy the new console just to play that new game? Like GTA 6, it's
I
gonna
think
come
I
out on
think it's less of
PS5.
buying the console. Here's what I think it is. I think it's kind of um well, okay, no, I shouldn't say that. It's more here's how I think it is though. Um, I think it's the reason why they do it like this is because it's less of buying the console. Like Sony's not telling them, "Hey, can you wait until till like the like the PS5 or the PS5's
Right.
at the end of its life cycle to drop the game." I think it's more so saying, "All right, so the consoles are going to be done in like 2026 probably, maybe 2027. So, if we release it kind of towards the end, like that end period, we can get them to buy a PS5 copy and then get them to buy a next gen copy too."
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And I think that's
And
kind of the goal. Yeah.
yeah, and on top of that, they just get, like, another console that they have to buy.
Now,
So it's good for both people.
the one thing that does piss me off, or at least piss me off about GTA 5 is you couldn't transfer characters over. Um and you could transfer character models over, but you couldn't transfer the actual character. And that was because the PS5 or the PS4 version of the game and now the PS5 version have like a lot different things in the PS3 version of what it was capable of.
Oh, yeah.
The PS3 version of that game was
Dude,
rough, dude.
yeah, tragic.
But unlike the PS3 situation, the PS5 is still going to be very quite powerful in 2026, 2027. It's going to be like the equivalent of having like a bottom like a bottlenecked PC kind of. Like you're still going to be able to run most of those games at 1080p 60 frames cuz that's the thing is the PS5 they overshot with it. So they made it like, "Oh, you can run 1080p 120 frames easy." So that in the future, like 5 years from now, when games are looking really good, you can still run it at 1080p 60 frames and your
60.
console's still going to play just fine. Because that was the
Mhm.
problem with the PS4. When games dropped on the PS4, they were dropping at 60 frames. And then they went to 30 frames because the PS4 can handle it. Even on the PS4 Pro, most of the games don't run at 60 frames. Like GTA.
So yeah.
GTA on last gen doesn't run past 35 frames.
Really?
Nope, never
Dude,
has.
I haven't played GTA in so long.
That was literally one of the selling points of the next generation upgrade of that game. You can
Right.
play it at 2K 120 frames or 2K 60 FPS.
Right.
And you can't even really do that on PC either. PC bottlenecks the game. So
So, do you think it's gonna be worth buying a PC after PS6 comes out or the new Xbox comes out?
I honestly don't know. I
Because, I mean, you're gonna be able to run it, I'm guessing, at 144.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't think PC gaming is gonna die out, but
No, no.
I think the thing about PC gaming is people are starting to realize that there's kind of there's kind of less to PC gaming than they thought. So when we were younger, and this is kind of how it is, we grew up on console first, then went to PC, and with kids going directly to PC, I think consoles are going to become kind of different where you don't just buy a console or get a console for Christmas. Instead, it's kind of like the secondary thing you have, like a Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I think the thing is about PC gaming is, um, I think PC gaming is going to be really big still, just because the Xbox at this point is kind of worthless to buy because you can get everything on PC. So I think PC is going to slowly just become the new Xbox. So PC is going to be
Okay.
like a direct competitor to PlayStation because because Xbox is just going to at some point I think Xbox is going to really start giving up on console gaming and focus more so everything into their PC platform because everything is pretty much already available to you on PC now that you can get on Xbox. So if you just turned it all to PC, I think it would end up working out quite well. Um, Considering that Xbox really went all out on the Xbox Series X,
Yeah.
like trying to getting a brand new Halo game out, getting all this new stuff set up, buying a bunch of developers, buying Bethesda and buying all that. But it kind of ended up just going all to waste a little bit because Starfield was a dud. Even though you can still play that on PS5, but Starfield was a dud, so that means that Bethesda's now 0-3 on their last 3 games for good games. Um, and they bought Activision, but Activision Blizzard is pretty much down in the drink. Overwatch 2 is a buggy mess right now, and the player base is dying just as fast as Paladins died. Call of Duty is still selling, but there's nowhere near what it was before. So all these big acquisitions that Xbox acquired are just going down the drink. And so I think what's going to happen is I think Xbox is just going to say, like, Microsoft is just going to look at Xbox and say, what if we just turn Xbox into a gaming service rather than a gaming console?
Which is smart on their part.
Because essentially just make Game Pass like the biggest function, turn Game
Right.
Pass into Xbox. Make Xbox the Game Pass. So like instead of paying for an Xbox console, you're paying for the Xbox service, like a streaming service where you pay $25 a month and you get literally every game like known to man, something like
Right.
that. Or whatever games Xbox can license, of course, but because I think Game Pass is like $10 a month now, but like you need to have an Xbox account. So you could kind of like maybe switch it around where you make it like more like a streaming service.
Right. I just feel like that PCs are getting more expensive,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it gets to the point where console can keep up with PC. I mean, it's a battle between like, do I really pay that much more for a PC when I can just run it on console just pretty much as smoothly?
And I hate to say this, but I don't think console's necessarily dead, but I think the years of console wars is dead.
Oh yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think anybody, well, the thing is Microsoft and Sony both really don't care about competition anymore between each other. Nintendo hasn't
right.
cared for a while. And so if Microsoft is done with making consoles, basically the only consoles that's going to be left is if Sony wants to make another one, which they probably will. But
Yeah,
to me, I think everything's just going to kind of become one big generalized thing. I think PlayStation might go that same direction, to be honest, because PlayStation's already talked about looking into start making a handheld PlayStation, which they already kind of have. What is it
yeah.
called?
It's like
The what is it called? The PlayStation what?
PSP. I think it's called PSP something. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, it is.
PlayStation
It's a
Portable.
PlayStation Portable remote player. It's literally like buying a Switch, but for the
But
PS5.
don't you need a PS5
You
to
need a
on
PS5
that?
though for that. But I think
Yeah,
and it's only $200. But
which
here,
is not bad.
yeah, but the thing about it is, unlike the PS5, you just need a PS5. Your PS5 doesn't actually have to be plugged in to make it work. I'm pretty sure.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's basically like having a PS5 on the go. So like so when you turn that on, it turns your PS5 off, and it treats that as if you're playing on your PS5.
Oh okay, okay.
So I think it actually still has to be plugged in, but you can't use both at the same time. Like you know how like before remote play was always like on your phone and it was laggy and it was
Right.
glitchy.
Yeah.
This is like basically like it just transfers your whole thing over to there. I don't even think you have to be on the same Wi-Fi.
So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think you have to, but I'm pretty sure like the quality drops off if you're
Yeah.
not on the same Wi-Fi. So like, how convenient is that though? If
Yeah,
it gets
so
a
you
little
must have
laggy and
Wi-Fi to play games at 1080p. You must have Wi-Fi that goes over 25 megabytes per second for use.
oh, okay,
Bare minimum of 5 megabytes per second for 720p gaming. Uh, 15 megabytes is the recommended like basically like standard to just play a game.
so it's not that
They don't really
okay.
trust. They said don't trust it at 5 megabytes. You don't have to be on the same internet, although you cannot use the PS5 while using the PlayStation 5 portable. And the PS5 console must be connected to a broadband connection at the same time. So it's basically just like shooting out the signal to your
So
to it.
what happens if you break a button? Like, that whole thing's just kind of gone, no? Because you can't use it after. Like, say your joystick got broke.
Um,
What, you
you
can't
can
replace it?
use other no. You can use PS5 controllers on it. You don't have to play it in handheld mode.
Oh, actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. I don't know if you can take those off of the console, but from what I think it looks like, it says that you can use a DualSense. Um, games that require work is compatible with the DualSense and a DualSense Edge wireless controller. Games that stream on PS5 using PS Plus premium memberships are not compatible. Haptic feedback and adaptive trigger features are available. Individual game performance will vary based on specific games being played, the quality of connectivity in your network environment. Yeah. So I think you can. Yeah, I think you can use a controller on it. I don't know.
Okay. So it's not okay. It's not the end of the world if you break one of the buttons on it. So I'm guessing their next one though, like
It's gonna
this
be
was
like a
kind of yeah.
Switch.
This one was kind of just like we're gonna throw it out and see what you guys think, and you guys can give us feedback. And I think their next one's actually gonna be
I will say this
really
though,
good.
the PlayStation Portable has is $200 and released November 15th this of 2023 and hasn't been in stock since December 1st. So
So it's doing good. Like
so it is selling literally like instantly. Um it is selling out like within minutes. So people are
yes.
buying them.
So they're probably gonna make like their own console off of
I'm
that.
sure they will. I'm sure the next PlayStation I would bet that because the PS5 was kind of like, we're just going to make an upgrade to the PS4 cuz PS4 sucks so bad. We just want something that's going to last for players. And now I think the PS6 is going to kind of if they're concocting anything, I think the PS6 is more so going to be like a uh every like going to try to hit everything. So now we're going to make a powerful console, but then it's also going to have a like a Switch style to it as well where you can bring it on the go out of the box. Because that was, I think, the problem that a lot of people had was everybody's been waiting for like everybody's been waiting for like a Steam Deck that doesn't die in like 3 hours, and Sony could absolutely do that with like three
Yeah,
more
they
years.
could blow it out of the water if they put the time and
But I
resources
think
in.
I think the year of just doing consoles is kind of over. I think like the age of just like dropping a console for power is kind of over. I think consoles are gonna have to start getting gimmicky, like Nintendo's been doing,
Yeah,
to really sell. I mean, the PS5 sells great right now, and that's just because of the fact that the PS5 Sony did something immaculate, and that was constantly after 2021 having the PS5 available literally all the time. Like
right.
you can go anywhere, you can go online. In worst case scenario, you can buy the console at the regular price and it will just take a little bit to ship. Well, with PC shit, PC parts have been so impossible to get and pre-builts have been going through the roof because of that. So I think that Sony right now is really capitalizing off that. And then Xbox is just dying sadly, so well, I don't know about sadly, but it's dying.
Yeah, but they have their own plan
I mean,
figured out.
dude, Xbox is sitting really comfy. They basically are running like one
Yeah.
third of PC gaming market right now. So
Yeah, no, they made a. I mean, they did kind of make a good move on that, just because they're gonna try to run the whole
yeah.
PC.
Well, they're not. I don't think they're gonna try to run the whole thing, but it definitely is great to have healthy competition against Steam.
So, do you think they're gonna try to make this whole like how the console wars was kind of the thing? Do you think
Hmm.
they're gonna try to do that with PC with Sony? Like they're just gonna try to
You
take
think
all the power?
you think they're gonna try and like so what you're thinking is they tried to jump the gun on Sony and try to get their games onto the PC first, like kind of thing, or do you mean like
Well, no, I'm
Xbox
just
is
saying
like
like
gonna compete with Sony and Steam?
I'm saying like um instead of you going onto Steam, like you turn over to Xbox because it just has better things. And Sony's so late into the game because they're not even I mean, they're slowly getting into the PC thing.
I mean, yeah, they've just been uploading they've been up like giving their games to PC basically. Like
Yeah.
they've been selling their games on PC. Well, actually, they've been selling their games on PC for about 3 years now, but they just don't. They haven't really gotten in. They haven't gotten into like a getting a market like Xbox. Like
The Xbox. Yep.
if you go, you can go to the Xbox Game Store and download and get Xbox Game Pass, and you get all the games you could get on your Xbox. Like that's the selling point. Is like you can have all these games and you can have it on your Xbox too, and that's kind of why they took over so big. I don't think Steam's gonna die or lose
Oh
anything, and
no.
I don't think Xbox can compete with Steam either, because even Epic Games can't even really compete with Steam. And the thing about Epic Games was a sole jugular competitor to Steam. Like they went straight at Steam's jugular, giving literally giving developers free developer tools, literally giving them more money to put their games on Epic Games, getting exclusive free games every single week out to players. and
Right.
they barely did a dent to the market of Steam's power. So I would say that nothing is going to take Steam out of the market. Steam has kind of just become the Microsoft when it comes to that, where like it's the old reliable.
Right.
Yeah, there's some people that go to Linux, there's some people that do Apple, but at the end of the day, 85% of the world runs on Windows. And that's kind of how 85% of gamers do, basically. I would say it's probably I'd say it's more probably 80-20. I think 20% of the of PC gaming market comes from Xbox and Epic Games and GOG and all those other weird things. And then the other 80, maybe even 75%, you'd be generous, goes from Steam. I mean, Steam is just like the marketplace and has been the marketplace forever. And they would have to do something really stupid, like I'm talking really dumb, to make people boycott them. And Valve has never been stupid enough to actually let anything like that happen. They've
Yeah.
always ran their company really smart. So I think that I think they're gonna be sitting fine. I will say this though, I don't think Xbox is gonna go anywhere though. There was a lot of people that thought Xbox was gonna die out, and like they were just gonna like Xbox was gonna become like Sega, where they just kind of release games and they don't really have a console, they don't really sell their own games.
Right.
Um but I don't think that's the case. I think Xbox Game Pass is big enough that people buy it. And then the thing is you get the thing. Xbox Game Pass is so smart. Like it's such a good concept if you think about it. First off, it's really cheap. Like $10 a month is not a lot for gamers, considering that they're used to paying like a lot of
$60.
money. Yeah,
Right.
you're paying $10 a month. The other thing, that the reason why it's smart is because you open up Xbox players who own an Xbox to be like, I can get this game, and I can also get it on PC too. So if I have a PC, I can download it. And vice versa. Hey, I could get an Xbox and play all these fucking games I have on my PC. You know, it's kind of the other way. It's the first one more than anything, because not a lot of people go out of their way to buy Xboxes. But yeah. Also, when the quarterly reports came out for the end of 2023, Sony fucking destroyed Microsoft. Like, it was bad. It wasn't even it like when it came to their video game division, Microsoft took like a 30% profit loss and Sony took like a 95% increase in the last
Really?
quarter. Yeah.
Wow.
Sony blew the fuck up. It was also because they dropped that PlayStation Portable, and that has also just been
Oh, yeah.
carrying their gaming sales too. Um
So, what's the next big thing for Microsoft? I don't know if you want to keep talking about this, but
I would say the next big thing that Microsoft could do is, instead of looking into making a console again, I would say maybe trying to work on getting an Xbox portable. I don't
okay.
think portable
Yeah.
gaming is like the future like everybody's been claiming, like VR. Like, you remember how everybody's like, "Oh, VR is the next thing."
Yeah.
Xbox has been known to go all out on gimmicks like the Kinect. So I think they got to be cautious with how they want to play that. But I think I would say I could see this in the next 2 years, seeing a fully like Steam Deck for Xbox come out that has Xbox Game Pass on it.
Okay.
Um, I could see that coming out more. Actually, I could see that coming out earlier than Sony dropping their own portable console.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's the next move for Xbox. I think that's how Xbox stays alive. Is they gotta adapt. Gaming's a hard market to stay
Okay.
dominant in for a long time. I mean, Xbox hasn't really been dominant at all during its lifespan. Even during the
Except,
Xbox 360
well,
era.
I no, I disagree with that. I feel like they were dominating because they had place or like the party system, and that was huge for them.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: is history gets very generalized very quickly, and I think when you see all those small victories from Xbox, and then you look at Sony, and you would have thought, oh, I remember I was there. Like, people, when you were there, you remember things a lot differently than people who look back at it, right? But if you look back at it, the PlayStation 3 actually eventually outsold the Xbox, and also had a higher player base going into the final year of their lifespan. So I think when you look back at it, I think Xbox was definitely dominating for the very. It was kind of like, okay, it's kind of like in sports, where one team, like for example, like football, One team is dominating. They've had time of possession for 40 minutes of the fucking 60 minutes, right, of the game. Okay? You get down to the fourth quarter and they choke the game and they lose by a point. That's what Xbox did. Xbox literally led the entire generation the whole year. And then when they got down to the final seconds of the game, they didn't close it out. They couldn't close out on a victory. They lost. And so I mean, if you want to argue what dominancy is, if we're going by generalized people playing in sales, which is what video games are mostly about, I would say Sony has been dominant since 1995. They destroyed Nintendo with the PS1. They destroyed everybody with the PS2. They destroyed
Mhm.
Xbox with the PS3. Well, not destroyed, but they beat Xbox with the PS3. They destroyed Xbox with the PS4, and they are killing, like literally hands around the neck, strangling Xbox with the PS5. So I would say that PlayStation has just been way too dominant, and Xbox really hasn't had, dominancy, if you know what I mean. Like
I guess
Xbox doesn't really have like a big win under their column.
like what I remember of the Xbox 360, I just remember the whole party chat going,
I
and
mean,
that
that
was a
was a big
huge
selling
thing. It was
feature.
like, and I guess I thought that kind of meant that they were kind of like ahead of the game, and like PS3 would underperform because of that. And then
But
I know
Sony was
PS4.
really smart because they
Mhm.
didn't start making people pay to play online until the PS4.
That's yeah, that's
That's
true.
what
Yeah,
made people buy PS3 so much. And it
I
even made
forgot about that.
developers actually bite the bullet and develop for Sony other than Xbox, because the PS3 was super complex. Like Sony got really cocky with the PS3 and they were like, this is our console. Everybody's going to play it. Everybody's going to buy it regardless. People are going to make games for it regardless. They got Nintendo-y. You know how like Nintendo did that in the 90s? They're like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck about CDs? Everybody will just make games for us because we're Nintendo. Sony did the same thing and it didn't work. And so then Sony had to kind of be like, all right, well, hey, we're going to offer more money to developers to produce games on our console, even though it's harder to do it. And then we're also going to let players play online for free, which means that there's going to be higher player bases online
And that's
on LAN games. And there
that's
was.
where Xbox threw, and yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I forgot about that.
Xbox, I mean, okay, Xbox Live was a blessing and a curse because it was one of the first real online gaming services that was really good that wasn't on PC, but it was also you had to pay to get it.
Yeah.
So, because Sony was always notorious for you're getting what you're paid for, where you're paying nothing for online services, so you're gonna get shitty service, like Gears of War, Medal of Honor, on like the PS2, when Sony first dropped PlayStation Network, it was in 2004, and it wasn't called PlayStation Network. Yeah, I'm a video game historian. Sorry, they didn't drop PlayStation Network. It was under a different name. They didn't drop PlayStation Network actually officially as PlayStation Network until the PSP. Um, but PS2 had a PlayStation Online, and it essentially was Xbox Live, but you didn't pay for it. All you needed was to connect the LAN cable to the console, and you could play video games online. You could play Call of Duty online, and you could play um, Medal of Honor. There was a few other games like there was one that Sony always showcased, like a Tetris. Like you could play a multiplayer Tetris, like a Tetris battle, like you versus another person. That was a big one. And then the LAN cable was also used to stream and download movies, but that died quickly because who wants to buy movies online? Yeah, welcome to 2024. Um, and so there was basically like only 6 or 7 games. Well, Xbox pretty much they were like, oh, every game's gonna have an online mode or something. So and it was shit. Like literally, dude, it would host off of somebody's connection. They didn't have servers, and hosts themselves would usually have like shitty ping, and
Right.
everybody would have shitty ping too. So like you'd shoot somebody and they wouldn't die, and then they'd kill you, and then you'd be like, I literally don't even understand it. He wasn't even looking at me. I've seen gameplay from it. It was not fun. I don't know how people actually played video games back then. Um, and that was where Xbox Live blew the fuck up. Was you paid for it, but they bought servers and they bought hosting stuff, so there was good connection and people could actually play Call of Duty and these online shooters with good connection, you know?
So was that around the time when they increased the price of Xbox Live? Because right
Xbox
away,
Live started at $50 a month right away.
yeah.
It decreased in price.
No, because they had like a whole family pack. I remember that they had a family pack and then they got rid of it and then they made you buy it individually for each account
Hmm.
and then they put it so the price I think was like 40, maybe $50 around there. Because the family pack was like
I
80,
remember Xbox
70.
Live when the Xbox 360. Oh, well, I don't remember, but from what I know, it started really expensive because they were paying for really nice servers to give their players, you know, the most comfortable gaming experience. And then as more people bought their consoles, they could stop charging as much for it so they could get more people playing online. So by like 2008 on the Xbox 360, you were only paying like $20, $15 a month for Xbox Live, but they also got rid of family plans. See, when the Xbox 360 first came out, you used to be able to buy Xbox Live and the whole console would have it for
Right.
for $40 or $50 a month. And then they changed it to buying it individually. So each account
Okay.
needs to have Xbox Live and in the long run I'm sure they made more money that way.
Yeah.
Because that could mean that you could have like 10 fucking accounts on that one console and you could just fucking everybody could just play and have one. But if you made every single person, you know,
Yeah, that's when I remembered we switched over to
Now
PlayStation.
see, PlayStation 5 has that same feature that the Xbox has for the same price that PS Plus used to be. As long as one account on the console, I'm pretty sure has PlayStation Plus, I'm pretty sure you can play most games online. In fact, most games let you play online regardless now, don't they? Without PS
Yeah,
Plus?
they do.
Like Call of Duty was the big one that used to be like, "Oh, you need that PS Plus to play online," but now you don't. So, you're basically you pay for PS Plus just in case, kind of. I know like
Right.
Madden still makes you pay for PS Plus. Like all the EA games do. You get the free games with it and all that stuff. I guess. I don't know. All right, this segment was perfect. When we come back, we are going to talk about our most anticipated games of 2024. See you guys.
Welcome back to the Beastcast, baby. Thank you for staying tuned in this far. We have the best takes, best content, and we love our rabbit trails of conversation. We have our hosts, JJ and Raven Bones, bringing you another segment. I hope you enjoy.
Here's the thing. I think Overwatch is dead not because online battle arenas are dead. I think they just fumbled the bag.
Yeah, they
I would say that they did the same thing Paladins did, where they stopped caring about updating the game and making it better and started caring more about money. And then when people complain, just say, "Oh, you guys are just hating because you're haters." Paladins' case was a lot different. The devs literally were like, "Oh, if you hate on Paladins, you're a misogynist because half the team is female devs. So if you don't like the
actually
game, it's because you hate women." And I was like, "Whoa." I
yeah.
said, "I'm sorry that the game is really buggy, dude. I would wish that if I get it's a free game. Okay? Paladins was free. But at some point the game has to be functional for people to play it. Like the problem was the game ran like crap and would constantly crash. And then when it would crash when you're in the middle of a game, it would take you about 10 minutes to reload back into that game. And by that point, your team was already losing. Your colors were broken. And then your account would get locked because the game has a bug whenever you crash mid-game. It locks all of your characters and resets a bunch of your stats. and you don't have any of your card systems anymore. It's like, why would I ever want to play that again? Considering that I would crash every game.
I didn't realize that bad.
Oh, dude, it got really bad. Especially when they stopped updating it. They basically updates would be like, "Oh yeah, here's a bug fix. We actually didn't fix anything, but here are 10 new skins along with the new battle pass." I swear to God, they were just trying to milk the game. They did a very good job of milking it, though. All right, welcome back to the Beastcast, where we left off. We were bitching and moaning. No, we weren't. No, we were talking.
Yeah, I got food in my mouth. Wait.
No, I'm not waiting for nothing. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish this intro for the second segment. All right. As not always, but as of today, I am here with Trent. He is here in replace of Raven because Raven has just been sick as fuck. He has just been the sickest human known to man. He had the flu, I'm pretty sure. So, prayers for Raven. I think he was getting better though. He said he was getting better. So that is good. However, not good enough because he still can't do the podcast. So, hopefully, and for everybody who's not aware, Friday's episode will be Friday's episode of the Beast Unleashed will be the one it's gonna be not recycled, but it's gonna be an episode me and Raven recorded for last week, but decided not to upload it. And well, actually, it kind of was a blessing in disguise because I was really busy that weekend and I kind of just straight up forgot to schedule the upload. And then I thought about it because that morning Raven said he was sick. So then I thought about it and I said, well, if Raven's sick now, he's going to be sick till Wednesday when we record the Beast Unleashed, which means that we're going to have to I'm going to have to improvise for the Beast Unleashed again. So I said, instead of uploading the Beast Unleashed on Friday, I'll just upload that Beast Unleashed for Friday. And then that gives Raven until Saturday to get healthy. So hopefully by Saturday Raven should be healthy though. I think he'll be fine. Sounded like the flu is going quick, so it's flu season though. Make sure to get your flu vaccines if you are really susceptible to getting the flu. I don't get flu vaccine because I don't ever get the flu, but old people get your flu shots. All right, so our most anticipated games of 2024. Now, I'm pulling up a list of games of 2024. Now, the big one that I am really big, just without even looking up any games that I want right now, and I swear on everything holy, is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That game, I was waiting for it this year, which pissed me off because this game was supposed to release this year in March. And actually, I think it was supposed to release at the end of 2022. And then they bumped it back to March of 2023. And then they said, you know what? Actually, April of 2024. So now, I am very upset because if the game wasn't ready to be released, why even put a release date on it? For 2 years. Like, literally, this is damn near 2 years in the making that they've been putting this game off. Like, this is what Cyberpunk needed, dude. I don't understand how this why even get people hyped for the game if it's not even going to come out until like 2 years after when you say it's going to release. I don't get that. I really don't. But I'm still excited for it. The game looks amazing. The voice acting looked really cool. I'm curious about the character selection. Trent, have you seen any of the
I haven't seen anything on this game. So,
really? You
yeah.
should look up the trailer while we're sitting here.
Okay.
The thing about it is that looks really fun is it looks like there's going to be like a class system. Not like class, but like each character is going to have his own abilities. So like it looked like from the little gameplay session. Yeah. It looked like, so apparently everybody's like hating on it, but I think it looked cool. Cuz it's going to be like it's like kind of story game-ish, but like each character, it's kind of like shoot 'em kill 'em type of deal. Or like, you have like mass amounts of enemies coming at you, and then there's like boss fights, which are like the Suicide Squad. Or sorry, which is the Justice League. And each character looks like he's going to have different things. Oh my god, the gameplay kind of does look mid actually.
Yeah, it looks laggy,
I mean, I'm sure lag will get fixed by the time the game releases, but like, yeah, it does look a little laggy. I get what you're saying. But yeah, each character has like a different has a different thing, like usually a different gun or different health or stuff like that. Like I think there's what's his name, Deadshot's in it. The Boomerang guy's in it. Harley Quinn is in it, and Harley Quinn is like really acrobatic. The Shark guy is like the tank class kind of, where he's just like big and has a big gun, you know. And then Deadshot is like accuracy guy, where like you get rewarded for hitting good shots, you know. Like he does a lot of damage, but you have to hit your shots. And Boomerang guy just looks like he's just kind of like the base character, like he's just like the running gunner type of deal. But the game looked fun from what I was seeing from it, and in fact, actually, the Batman voice actor in this game will not be the guy who had voiced Batman in the Arkham games, because that guy passed away, and he actually recorded most of the voice lines for this game, but they decided not to release it out of respect for him, which I thought was actually kind of noble, because like why would you actually like I mean, well, here's the thing. I think it could have been a good like hoorah to his thing, but if the game sucks, then like no, you know, don't put his name on it. But so Trent, The Last of Us 2 is getting a remaster for your PS5, and I just want to know why.
Yeah, wouldn't they do the first?
Well,
I don't know.
I think there is already a first Last of Us remaster for PS5.
Yeah, but they
there?
put that. No, they put that on the PS4. I guess. Yeah, I don't know why they would.
Wait, they put the remaster of the game on the console it came out on?
I think so, because I don't think because
No, Last of
the
Us came out on PS3.
Last on
but
PS3, right?
but The
Oh,
Last of
why
Us
would
Part
they?
2, like the game that came out in 2019, is getting remastered.
I
However,
I
does
didn't
it
even hear
need
this.
does it need a remaster? Why
I
does it need
never
a
actually.
remaster?
I never played the second one, so I have
But
very
but
little
yeah, but
information on
like
that.
the game looked fine. The game played fine.
Yeah, I watched some gameplay and it actually looked good. Like
What?
the graphics and
I
everything.
just want to know why you needed to remaster the game. I could see porting the game over, but
Right.
why remaster? I guess they did, but Naughty Dog always does this. Naughty Dog just cannot port games over. They did this with
No, they
Uncharted
have
2,
to.
and they
Yeah.
did this with Last of Us Remastered 2 in
Yep.
2014. They always gotta, oh, we're gonna make you pay full price again for the game, and we're gonna do nothing to the game pretty much.
Well, I feel like the PS3 and the PS4.
But The
like
Last
the
of Us, I will say this.
remastered.
The Last of Us got a remaster for the PS5, which made sense because the game was 10 years old when it happened. But I want to know why the second game needs one. Like, I could see this, like, in 3 years, but not
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, maybe like on the PS.
The game's what?
or whatever.
4? The game dropped in December of 2019, so the game's not even, it's like 4 years old basically at this point. So I guess I will say this: they waited longer to release the remaster for this one than they did the first one.
Yeah.
They didn't even wait a full year to port it over to PS4. They waited like 6 months, and then they said, "Here's a remaster." That game should have never released on PS3 though. That was my hot take. That game
Yeah,
it was
no,
it was not
it was
functional.
not made.
There's a new Yakuza game coming out. I don't know if you play those games at all. They're
No.
like, yeah, those games are weird. I think Jace was the one that played Like a Dragon. I thought he said he liked it. I used to watch a Let's Player play a lot of the Yakuza games, and I thought they always looked interesting. But now they made it like turn based, like the Like a Dragon games are like turn based now.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of players were kind of out, because the old games used to be like Saints Row, where like you're in the city and you just, I'm gonna start beating people up.
Yeah.
Tekken 8. Do you care about fighting games at all? Were you a Tekken
I
kid?
actually no, I wasn't a Tekken kid, but I do like fighting games like Mortal Kombat. So I kind of looked into it,
Whoa.
and it looked pretty interesting. But and people seem pretty excited about Tekken 8. So
Yeah. Now, the one that I am really curious about, which I don't play these games, I wonder how big the Final Fantasy VII game is gonna be. The like really big remake of the 1997 game.
right.
Because that game is like one of the biggest games of all time. Like everybody always talks about that game, no matter like who they are. Like I swear, I hear people that haven't even played a video game be like, "Yeah, Final Fantasy VII was really good." I'll be like,
Yeah, my
"What are
dad
you?"
doesn't like any of the Final Fantasies, but I think he likes this one. And like, yeah.
I don't, dude. I've never understood what the hype about Final Fantasy is, but maybe it's just not for me. I'm sure. I mean, from what I saw, they really put a lot of effort into this game. The game like, yeah, it's. I mean, it looks cool. It's got that art style, that anime 3D game art style. that like the Resident Evil used.
Yeah, I think back then it was just so uncommon to people.
Well, I mean, like, the game used, yeah, I guess, yeah. Dude, there's a Princess Peach game coming out.
She's got her own game.
Dude, Princess Peach Showtime. What is this actually?
The Sour
Oh my
Pups.
god.
Oh,
Dude, I can't. Hold on.
dude.
I am not watching that shit. Flock. Harold Albert.
What?
Release window trailer. Wait, this might actually be like a cool game. Like these games are always like kind of cool sometimes.
They have a lot of deep meaning.
A lot of deep meaning. Beneath an alien ocean 250 years after it fled Earth.
Okay.
Slow bros. Oh gosh. Stalker
Oh,
2 Heart of Chernobyl. I'm sure that's like one of the Oh, Trent, this is your game. Dude, I bet you want to watch this game so
Yeah.
bad.
I've seen some. Oh, dude, I'm actually pretty excited about it. Dude. Like some of the fights look crazy.
It's the guy from Fortnite.
Dude.
Wukong.
It is, dude. He's famous.
He's famous. As if he's not like what? Isn't he like a mythological god?
No. He's just Fortnite.
What?
No.
What? No.
Yeah, he's a.
Monkey King.
Yeah, they got like a ton of powers, dude. Can't die.
He's a god.
And then,
Flowers and Fruit Mountain. That's gotta be a dope ass mountain. Whoa! Yo, is that actually what it looks like? Wait, let's go to Google Maps. 10
let's
reviews
see
on
where this is-
Google.
Yeah, let's see where this is at.
Can I go Street View? Oh. There's no pictures.
Dude, we should go there. It was.
There
awesome.
was a
I
monkey
saw
dude
the
with a
Monkey
crown.
King. Wait, dude, he saw the Monkey King. Okay.
Wait, is this in Mongolia? Is this not even in China? Where are we at? Oh my god. Oh, dude, it is in China, but it's just barely.
Huh.
Jesus, dude, China needs to grow out of it. China is just huge. I never realized how big China
Look at
is.
Russia, though.
Nah, dude, Russia's
Mm.
different though. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
after like this point here,
It's
Russia
just-
is
it's
not
just-
habitable.
Yeah, I know, it's just snow.
But all of this is pretty much habitable, except for here. There's like a big ass desert here. I think, what is this desert called? The Gobi, yeah, the Gobi Desert. The Gobi's hard to live in, and most of Mongolia is not habitable. Did you know this whole country right here? You see this big ass right here?
Yep.
Mongolia only has 3 million people, and they all live right there. Pretty
Yeah.
much, most of them. 95% of them live here. Few of them like live in these like little areas
Dude,
on the sides.
Mongolia's got to get their shit together, dude. What are they doing?
Nah, Mongolia is pretty chill. If you've ever seen, there's a Top Gear episode of Mongolia where they get stranded in the desert part of Mongolia,
Right.
and they have to build a car. They get dropped a car, like a care package, and they have to build their own car. They build a Jeep, and their goal is they have to try and basically make it out of Mongolia with just this Jeep, or make it to like I think the first city actually. So they got dropped, like here, and so they had to make it to the nearest biggest city, and so they had to get to this city. I'm pretty sure it was like 200 or like 500 miles or something like that. I don't quite remember. It was like a long trip for like not having anything, and they eventually got to like this point, and it gets all marshy and nasty and like really wet here. And so the fucking Jeep kept getting stuck in the fucking marsh. And so they were, like at this point they got so stuck that they literally got out of the fucking Jeep, and they had to fucking rip it out with chains so they could get out of it. And then they finally hit, I don't know, they hit a road somewhere, and then they made it to, I'm pretty sure there.
And
That's a good episode
What's this
though.
for?
So like Top Gear, the Grand Tour, they basically is like a car
Oh,
show.
okay.
They just do shit for fun. Like they do car shit for fun. So like there was an episode where they went through Chernobyl. Over here. It's over here. Chernobyl's they had to go through Chernobyl with basically no gas. And the goal was they went like 300 miles before Chernobyl, right? And they were using these really, really nice, fancy, fuel efficient sports cars, like ones that were super fuel efficient. So basically, whoever's car was the least fuel efficient won. Because the goal was you had to try and run out of gas before you hit Chernobyl. And literally, one of the host cars was so fuel efficient that he had the doors open, was running the heat, and had his trunk open. And even with all that drag, he still made it to Chernobyl with literally no gas, and he almost got stuck in Chernobyl.
No.
It was hilarious. Yeah. There's actually like, where even is it at? God damn it. We don't talk about that. God. It is in Ukraine, that's what I thought. See, it's like right on that border there with like all those other countries.
Right.
So you see it's with like Belarus and stuff. So like right here. So I'm pretty sure it's actually like pretty much still ran by, or at least was for a while ran by Russia. And so like right here, this whole area right here, when you get to like this point right here, or like around this point, there's a checkpoint and they say, listen, don't get out of your car until you get to like the other side. So kind of cool.
Huh.
But yeah, no, that Wukong game looks kind of cool. I wanted to see the gameplay though more than anything.
Yeah, I don't know really what the game.
It's got a cool art style regardless.
It does, yeah.
What else is coming out? Some other stuff. Baby Steps.
Baby Steps.
The Star Wars Outlaws game was the one that I'm really looking forward to.
I haven't seen anything on it.
It's this is long. It's like an open world Star Wars game, dude.
Oh, nice.
Except a lot of people were kind of mad about it because they think it's gonna run like shit. I don't know how well this is gonna function on console, to be honest.
Yeah. No.
This looks like Starfield level shit, and usually this shit struggles.
Yeah.
On console. Hollow King or Hollow Knight? Don't people play these games? Do people actually still play these games?
I feel like Jonah plays those games.
I feel like Tyson played this game. Whoa.
Pretty sure Jonah played this.
Dude, Jonah. 2D games always scare me. Now this looks like an Alan game though. For
Alan,
sure.
yep.
A 2D like action game. New bosses? No way. But no, there was another list that had like every single game dropping all time. Here we go. All right. Jujutsu Kaisen, dude.
Dude, what you know about that?
What you know about rolling down the? Dude, there's a Terminator game.
Terminator, dude.
Hold up,
They're just milking that.
Dude, what? Yo, nice.
Nice.
There's nothing on this game that's coming out in less than a month. That is insane. I gotta see this. Is it like one of those like arcade?
Oh.
Wait, am I stupid? Yeah, that's what I thought. Terminator. Dark Fate. Defiance.
Yep, it's one of those games.
It released on Microsoft Windows. What is this?
36. Oh.
What?
They put a lot of these out, bro. I've seen some of these before.
What even? Okay, this is the most replayed. Something's got to happen here, right?
It's gonna go crazy.
What even happens here, dude?
Yeah, you just like build stuff and that's it.
Dude, these building games piss me off, actually.
I know.
Jeez, that tank destroyed that. What the heck? So
Dude,
this game's already out. Okay. That's kind of. Yeah, everybody wants to see Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yeah. South Park. Dude.
Rise of the Ronin. Is that the
Rise of the Ronin? Oh yeah, this is a PS5 exclusive game, dude. No,
Oh, never mind. I thought it was.
it does look cool though. The thing about the PS5 is not really. This is kind of like PS5's off year, where they're not gonna really drop anything, pretty much. At least that we know about. Destiny 2, the
No.
final shape. This is the guy. This is the shape, dude.
This game has
This is-
milk for so long, bro.
Dude, it's the guy. Where's the guy at? Yeah, there he is, back there. He looks so like fake. That's what I tried to. And Jonah goes, "You don't even understand."
Wait, I can't even tell that's a real person.
No. So the game has like kind of a less like it has like an art style like this, and then this character like has this like really goofy art style. The Witness. That's what his name was. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying.
Yeah,
it was,
like
a real
he looks
person.
like
I was
he's
gonna
like a Fortnite character or something.
Yeah, no, that literally is a Fortnite character, dude. That's
Bro.
from Fortnite.
Bro, this is literally the Fortnite skin. Yo, there's the Destiny 2 lore is insane.
He kind of reminds me of
You thought I was fan?
Oh, what's it?
Yeah, dude. He also has like this hair head thing.
What's that called?
Yeah, I know. Like it looks so familiar, but I can't like put my finger on it.
Megamind. That's what it
Mega
reminds
Mind.
me. He's
Dude.
got the Megamind look, bro. Not gonna lie.
Dude, there's a Destiny movie coming out.
That'd be hype.
No, I don't think it would.
Dude, no, they'll just make expansions off of the movie.
Dude, there is not a single game coming out in May.
Rip. Yeah.
May is the worst year.
August is gonna be.
August is gonna be hype. There's only like one game coming out. Warhammer 40,000. Dude, this is the game that. Dude, do you remember this is the game they tricked everybody with last year at the Game Awards?
No.
I'm pretty sure this was the game that they It was this game. I'm pretty sure the Space Marine 2 game.
I just remember everyone getting insanely.
No, because
hyped
everybody thought the
for
Game
God of
Awards.
War.
Everybody thought the Game Awards. Oh, dude, the Valhalla dude was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody thought that GTA 6 was gonna get announced when the Game Awards. I'm gonna see if this is the one. Yeah, here it is. This is gonna be some stupid reaction, but.
Rockstar. Oh my god. This is it. This is it. No.
Dude, everybody was like, "No
they
fucking
did
way."
that,
This is my reaction too.
Wait, he fucking hyped this up.
Yeah, he did.
Bandy Namco, dude, bro was so mad.
That is.
I bet the comments are good. Bro baited himself. Nah, dude, the way he was hyping that up though, I was like, "No way, Rockstar." I was like, cause he's like, "This is the most anticipated game." I was like, "What? Holy Jesus!"
Oh.
Car Quest. Oh no, Cat Quest.
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Wait, what? Oh no way! This ain't real. How does Warzone Mobile even work? Like, I don't even understand how Call of Duty Mobile works. Have you played Call of Duty Mobile?
When it first came out. Yeah.
Is it bad? How does it work?
It was a little rough, yeah. But honestly, it was kind of cool just because it's kind of like Call of Duty Online.
Do you like run with like the buttons on the side of the
left
phone
side,
or what?
yeah, and then you shoot with the right side. And I know you could make it so you could put it on your computer, and Brennan and I.
Dude, oh my god! I remember I watched way back in the day when Call of Duty Mobile first came out, dude. Like during COVID, I remember I watched Lex hack and pirate the game to PC, and he literally dropped like 75 kills.
Yeah, it just I'm pretty sure they're just bots and it's not real people.
Well, also, even if it is real people, you're at such a disadvantage
I
against
know.
playing against somebody on KBM
Yeah.
on phone. It's like Fortnite on mobile, dude. Dude, Fortnite on mobile is crazy. Why would you ever?
Ever want to put yourself through that? I don't know.
No kidding, dude. Oh my god. I just,
Warzone.
dude, can we just get an MW3 remaster? Well, apparently the next. Did you hear the rumor about the next
Call of
COD?
Duty. Yeah.
Black Ops
2.
Black Ops 2, like it's like a sequel to Black Ops 2, like
Yep.
not Black Ops 3, like actually like a real sequel.
Yep. And
Oh,
it's actually kind of hype.
that's kind of hype, cause that's what Black Ops 3 should have been, bro.
Honestly, I'm okay with Black Ops 3 on how it.
No,
It
dude,
works.
dude, could you imagine if Black Ops
But
3
could you
actually
imagine?
had campaign?
Yeah.
Dude, Black Ops 3 would have been the greatest Call of Duty game ever if it would have followed the Black Ops campaign. Seriously. Like, Zombies
Dude, they
was
had this
a
moment
hit.
so good.
Multiplayer was a hit. Dude, campaign, all they had to do was just hit on campaign, dude, and
Yeah,
they would have
except
had.
the campaign was so tragic, dude. It was
Well,
a
you know
shambles.
why the game sucked was because they hired Jason Blundell, who was the guy who literally who ran the campaign to run Zombies. So that's why Zombies was so good and campaign sucked, because their main guy to do campaign didn't do campaign. So, but then we got literally the most lore depth, craziest fucking mode of all time, like Call of Duty
That
Zombies.
was insane.
Oh my god, dude! What's that website where you can literally look at the whole COD Zombies timeline?
Yeah, it's like the chronological. Actually, I don't know what it's called. Have you watched Noah's his video on the whole
Yeah,
story
dude.
timeline?
This,
like
I could
hours.
fall asleep. Like, the fact that they did this was insane. I could fall asleep.
Insane.
Milo did a video. It's like 6 hours
Yep,
long,
it is.
talking about
It's
every
so
single
good.
piece of this.
Dude, the amount of time it took them to do this.
Well, like, I love how there's just like you can't really see anything about it, and then I now know what I must. Edward
Rick.
I was like, who's ER? But then I was like, and then like, dude, you had to like flip the page upside down and shit. Like,
Yeah.
people,
They put so much
I
time.
can't
into
even.
this.
You can't even zoom in though.
What did they do? They did some
Dude,
What was
dude,
that? Oh yeah. They did Call of Duty Cold War, and like right before they did that, they had a huge like Easter egg hunt. Do you remember that?
Yeah, World War II ends. Group 935 continues.
Like Black Ops just has it better. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, facts, dude. I agree. But dude, oh my god. No, so while I was doing this thing, like here, you see how like this comes up, and like I
Yep.
highlighted on accident, and it made me think. Evan showed me this guy who like I don't think I'll be able to find it, but he was playing like the game where like they put the ball underneath the cup. You know?
Oh, and he's like gambling.
Yeah, he's gambling,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
highlights the fucking cup,
Yeah.
and it just fucking
And he just
moves
won.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just won like 100,000. He's like, oh,
Dude, oh my
it's
god,
gotta
dude.
be fake though.
No, dude,
There's
if
no
you
way.
could actually do that, like I'm sure it's patched now if he actually did do that. But dude,
Yeah.
I would have been on there. I would have took out a fucking loan on
A
my
huge
house.
loan.
Yeah, and I would have just fucking watch the one time not be right.
Imagine, yeah, you just
Dude,
highlight
you
the
fucking
one.
just lose. You lose everything. Oh my god, that's when you disappear.
That's when you take your second loan.
That's when you take your second loan. That's how gambling debt starts. I'll just win again. I'll get more debt.
Yeah,
it's alright.
it's okay.
I'll win it all back. You know, that's what they say. 99% of gamblers quit right before they're about to win a bajillion dollars, dude.
And you can lose 100%, but you can gain.
Yeah,
so
you
much.
can only lose 100%, but you can gain more than 100%.
I mean, it's in your favor. So.
Oh, that's good. All right, well, I would say that was a successful little tiny Joseph cast. Thank you guys for listening. You can find the podcast every single place you can find a podcast possible, known to man. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to hit that bell, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit everything down there. Tell us what your favorite part about the whole thing was. And thank you, Trent, for coming on such a short notice and doing this while we were having problems with the Beastcast. We still always prevail.
Yeah, thank you, JJ.
Yeah, no one shuts us out. So thank you guys for listening, and we hope that you are just as excited for video games in 2024 as we are. Trent, any last words before we head out?
Oh, just everyone have a good day.
Whoa, that's a good one.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Bye, guys. Have fun with the rest of your day.
Bye.